Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and Cass is here, and I'm here, and we're ready to let you know about some of this week's new releases on vinyl. And there's a few things that are still in the boxes next door, but we've got a lot of good stuff to talk to you about. And as always, we start with our picks of the week, and Cass is pretty excited about his pick this week, and he has agreed not to be a gas bag and go on for 30 minutes about it, but he's going to tell you all the highlights, because he could. Absolutely. So go ahead, you have the floor.
All right, guys. I have the new Black Midi album, Schlagenheim. Black Midi, they are a four-piece group hailing from London, England, and they basically are an experimental rock group, kind of combining a bunch of different genres: math rock, noise rock, post-hardcore, post-punk, just so many different twisted, technical, jittery genres, and I'm very excited about this band. I found out about them, I think, early this year. They had a performance on KEXP that's on YouTube that was very riveting. Absolutely floored me when I watched it. And I was waiting, they didn't have anything on streaming services. They had no songs out, just that live performance. And there's a lot of hype surrounding them just based on that performance. People are like, when's the album coming out? When are some songs coming out? And they eventually started releasing songs, and they announced the album on Rough Trade, and it's finally here. So I've been waiting for this all year. This band, I would say, of all the bands I've heard this year, maybe the past few years, is the most excited I've ever been about a band since we've been doing these videos, I'd say. So if you listen to any album, definitely listen to this one. And basically, as I was saying, they're a very experimental group. They take influences from like King Crimson, Amandul, Slint. You can hear all those very weird, dark sort of genres melding together on here. But the drumming from Morgan Simpson definitely carries the band. He's a very jazz-influenced drummer, very technical, very flashy, very precise. And when you see them live, his drumming is just insane. But he's not the only insane thing about this band. All four of them are pretty crazy, frankly. But the singer, Gordy Greep, definitely was the single thing that made me so interested in the band, because his vocal style is completely one of a kind. It's like this weird snarl, and he has like an accent, but he doesn't really sound English. It's like this. I mean, I read in an interview he's trying to come up with a vocal style that's completely unique, never really done before. He likes Death Grips and bands like that, so it's pretty compelling, I would say, just for those vocals alone. But I could see a lot of people being turned off by the vocals. I showed a lot of my friends. Some of them loved it, some of them did not like it. But if you like the vocals, you're gonna like what they're doing here. The songs are all very fast tempo. They'll go from very quiet to extremely loud, and then they'll go in these crazy noisy freakouts where Gordy's just like screaming, shrieking in the microphone like a banshee, and then there's some songs where he's yelling, saying words so fast he sounds like an auctioneer person or something. It's pretty crazy. As far as noise rock and math rock's concerned, this is probably one of the most innovative, forward-thinking albums to come out in those genres this decade, in my opinion. And it's not like so experimental that's not like accessible. They definitely have like a bit of an indie rock appeal to their songs. They're very catchy, and it's not just atonal noise. It's the songs, they will get stuck in your head. So anyway, check it out. The bass player, he also does some vocals on a couple tracks as well. He's got a really great voice. The guitarist sings one of them. So they're a very dynamic band. They got it all going for them. I think they're going to be really huge. So please check out this album. If you listen to any of the albums I talk about in these videos, make it this one, please. Please, please, please. $21.95, black vinyl.
All right, dial it down. I've never seen you so animated before. That's like, yeah, okay. That was very good. I mean, I think you sold a few on that. It's a very, very high energy description there, Cass. Nice one. Okay, so my pick for you this week, and it's a hot chip, and it's a bath full of ecstasy on one of my favorite labels, Domino. And this is the 7th album from this London-based, I think they're a 5-piece, yeah? And they formed in 2000. They've been around for almost 20 years now. And although they may have reached their peak about halfway through at their mid-career point, and I'm thinking that was like One Life Stand. But they've never really disappeared. And this is music that creates like a soothing bubble. It's, for perspective, it's like, it's not an escape, it's a celebration of life. And, they're opening the door to like kind of a newer, sort of a fresher, more exciting phase, because this is the first time that they've ever had outside producers, and they've got two, and I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but one guy is like has produced David Byrne and the XX, so you know, a little bit of an infusion of new blood in there just for them. So you know, I'm thinking this could you know, be, you know, a new reawakening for their career, maybe a shot in the arm. Not that they necessarily needed it. Like I said, they've never actually really disappeared from the scene, but maybe they got a little, you know, samey.
Yeah, I could hear that XX influence in the production.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, the standout track and a prime candidate for the festival song of the summer is that Hungry Child. And Cass and I were saying this morning, we don't know why it's called that. It seems like a weird title for it, but it's a great, very catchy song. And it combines like classic house and garage, and it's got, you know, some vintage synths and blast of rave in it. But anyway, this is double vinyl, comes with a download code. It's just black vinyl, but $25.95, and y'all should check it out. Okay, so now we're only going to go with one more choice that we're going to talk about, because we just we got to get through our pile and get going. So anyway, what else did you want to talk about?
All right, this is a pretty big release for a lot of people, and it's a very big release for record stores as well. We'll explain why soon, but this is Mort Garson's Plantasia album, Mother Earth's Plantasia. This is basically a very early electronic album. Mort Garson was one of the first people to use a Moog synthesizer when whatever
Bob Moog
or whatever came out with the Moog synthesizer. He was friends with Mort, and they kind of collaborated, and he this is one of the albums he used, but he had a lot of albums before this that he used those synths too, but definitely one of the early electronic artists, Mort. And this album was definitely his breakthrough album, or at least it is nowadays. But when it came out, apparently the release was very limited, and because it was intended to be listened to, or it was intended for plants to listen to it, not us humans, the release was very limited. You had to buy a certain plant from this you know, plant store in LA or something to get the vinyl.
What, like weed?
No, like flowers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like legit plants.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just like, and there's a little quote in here too from the Department of Botany in India saying that harmonic sound waves affect the growth, flowering, and seed yield of plants. So music actually can affect the growth of plants, and I think that's what Mort was going for. And if you haven't heard this album, it's a very, very relaxing, very serene, sublime sort of electronic album. There's not like a ton of stuff going on, because he really just has those synths. He doesn't have like drums, vocals, guitar, or anything like that. It's just the synths. And I was reading somewhere that the composer for the Legend of Zelda video game series was heavily inspired by this album. A lot of video game music was inspired by this album. And you could definitely hear it. It doesn't even sound like it's as old as it is. I think it came out in like late 60s or something, but it still sounds very, very fresh. I think, yeah, late 60s, because it's the 50th anniversary this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 69.
Okay.
So, pretty incredible. Like I said, when it came out, it wasn't very big, but over the years, it's definitely gained that cult status, and it's finally out on vinyl again since that time, so it's pretty goddamn big deal for
It's
the
green vinyl
Plantasia
too.
fans.
Limited edition green vinyl.
Green vinyl.
I think there's something about the seed paper or seed. It includes a digital download and a real seed paper card, so you can plant it and play this music for it and watch it grow, which is kind of cool.
What's his name? Jeff Rosenstock did that on his download card too.
Yeah,
I've seen
that's
that
nice.
once.
That's
So
nice.
pretty cool. So check this out. It's pretty big on YouTube. I think a lot of people, pretty much all my friends, have heard this album. It's like just a classic. It's just like anybody could get into it. It's so relaxing. And I don't know if it really was played for any plants or anything, but I'm sure if the plants were listening to it, they were digging it.
Okay, and you may want to mention that that's on one of your favorite labels.
Oh, that's right. I don't know how I failed to mention that. Sacred Bones. They definitely are killing it this year, and this is probably a big deal for them. I think they were pretty excited to be able to release this of all the labels out there, to put this out, because it's such a big deal. I mean, they got shirts and so much like merch surrounding this, so it's probably their biggest release of the year. So check it out. Check out Sacred Bones.
Did you say how much that was?
I did not.
Oh.
Mort, you are.
Oh my gosh.
It is $22.95 on a beautiful green vinyl. And I don't know if you want to talk about the display now or you want to talk about it later.
We'll wrap it up at the end. We have
Okay.
a little promotion we're working on with Sacred Bones, and we'll let you know. But for now, let's just get to it. My second pick for you is Patti, and this is Keepsake. It's on Vinyl Me Please. Now, her real name is Harriet Pilbeam. She's from Brisbane, Australia. She started singing as a child, and later she learned guitar and bass in her teen years. As well as piano and clarinet later on. But anyway, she studied entertainment, music, and management in college before pursuing live music as a creative outlet. And, this is very much influenced by a lot of bands, dream pop and shoegaze bands. Those were her kind of favorite things, so it's very influenced by that.
Very shoegazy.
Yes, very shoegazy. She is actually also the bassist and vocalist of the indie rock band that's called Baba Ganoush maybe, but as well as a former member of the band called Go Violets, which disbanded in 2014. But anyway, this is her, on her own, and this is she doesn't really experiment too much with this debut, but she knows what she does best and she sticks to it. So that's kind of what this is all about. Dream pop niche in the indie rock world, it's going to win her like loads of fans, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people were hyped about it beforehand. I kept reading,
so she's going to be one of the rising stars. She's a good songwriter. This is on Vinyl Me Please. It's an exclusive edition of 300, and it's on Coke Bottle Green, and it has a digital download. It's $18.95, which is a great price if you want to try something new and you're into the dream pop kind of thing, shoegazy stuff. You're gonna like this. Okay, so moving these aside, we have this big pile for you. We're just gonna blast through before we talk about our Sacred Bones collab. Okay.
What if I drop these one day?
I don't want you to
Whole
do that.
stack. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, you wangle that. You just wangle it. Okay, first up we have the Aquabats. This is Super Show Television Soundtrack Volume 1. It is $20.95.
Nice.
Okay. Next we have Bad Books 3. This is an indie exclusive. It's Sub Pop, right?
Yeah.
So
Doesn't say the color though.
doesn't say the color. Of course it doesn't. $19.95. All right.
Right.
Then we have Bedouin. This is Bird Songs of a Killjoy, and this is $17.95. All right. Now we've got the Black Pumas, self-titled. This is on black and red vinyl, $18.95. All right.
Okay.
We have a reissue of James Brown, Get on the Good Foot, plus one bonus track, and this is on 180 gram. This is 2 LPs for $22.95.
Okay.
All right, now we've got some more Chic reissues. The first one is Say Chic, if you want to get your disco on. This is the 2018 remaster of that, $19.95.
Nice.
Also, we have self-titled, same thing, 2018 remaster, and it is also $19.95.
Okay.
And Chic Risque, same deal, 2018 remastered, $19.95. That's all Nile Rodgers stuff, right?
Yeah.
Chic, right?
That looks pretty cool.
Okay. Next we have Steph Shura. This is Midnight, $19.95.
Produced by Will Toledo.
Oh.
RC Headrest.
Wow.
He does vocals on one track too.
Does he?
So,
Okay, nice. Good to know.
yeah.
Now we've got Counting Crows Underwater Sunshine, 180 gram, white vinyl, 2 LPs. This is $29.95. This is new material?
No, I think it's a reissue.
Oh, because it's
Yeah.
music on vinyl. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few of these colored music on vinyls
Okay.
in this stack.
All right, next up we've got the Dandy Warhols Come Down.
That's one of them.
Or Dandy Warhols Come Down, 180 gram, also gatefold double LP for $28.95.
Cool.
Now we have Lou Donaldson, Mr. Shingling. This is $27.95. Blue Note. That's on Blue Note.
Yeah. No, it's not colored.
Okay,
It's black.
should be. All right. Carolina Elf Country Ball. Is that what that's called? Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay. 180 gram purple vinyl, $22.95.
Cool.
All right. And now we've got Fuming Mouth Grand Descent, $23.95.
It's definitely some metal.
All right. Now we got Holy Ghost Work. This is $21.95.
Alright.
All right. We have Lenny Kravitz Greatest Hits on Colored Vinyl, 2 LPs, $37.95.
Cool. That's part of that. Still a few of those colored vinyl series things we
Yeah.
keep talking about.
So this is week 3, and they just kind of keep trickling in. So Not a lot of those around, but you know, we were lucky enough to snag a few, okay? Now we've got Seth MacFarlane, Once in a While, 2 LPs, $24.95. Why do they keep letting Seth MacFarlane make records? What is with that?
He needs to stop.
Well, does anybody buy these? It's on Verve, too.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's becoming an established jazz artist.
I find
I'll
that
take
bizarre.
that over Family Guy any day.
Well, I just find it bizarre, though. But,
It is a big career shift.
He does
for
it
sure.
because he can. All right. Next, we have what? Mannequin Pussy. This is Patience, $19.95.
Cool
And
cover.
you were saying that you heard that was pretty good. We didn't get a chance to listen to it this morning.
Got to listen to it. I think it's like some post-punk sort of stuff. So
Okay.
definitely some abrasive punk.
Here's a reissue. This is Megadeth. Peace Sells, but who's buying? This is also colored vinyl, $25.95. Don't know if we've
Doesn't
got
say
the color.
but it's pretty cool.
All right, then. Now we've got Steve Miller Band, The Joker, the 180 gram on green vinyl, $25.95.
Nice.
Okay. We have the Modern Lovers. This is Jonathan Richman's
really cool.
Modern Lovers, or?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is self-titled 180 gram on silver vinyl, which sounds really nice.
Very nice.
$22.95.
Must get that.
That sounds pretty good. Okay. Parliament Chocolate City 180 gram, $17.95. Now we've got a soundtrack cast for the Cher show, $21.95. So what are these? Are these performances taken from that show when she'd have a musical guest?
I think so.
Is that what that's about?
It
Who's
looks
on
like
there?
it. Doesn't right there, starring Stephanie. I don't know
Oh,
who any of
you-
these people
okay.
are, but maybe you do.
Well, not really.
Cher
I don't
show.
really know what's going on here then. Well, what is that? Okay. I don't think it is from her show.
Oh, no,
I
no,
think
no,
this
it's
is
a
like
Broadway.
it's a Broadway thing. Okay.
Okay.
So this is just whoever was in it. I didn't even know there was a Broadway show called The Cher Show, but there you go, you guys. Okay, $21.95. Now we have the soundtrack of the cast of The Fly, who's it says Howard Shore, so I guess he's the composer of
think
some of
so.
this stuff.
It's also on green
$22.95. Oh, it's on
Don't see it
green.
on there, but yeah.
Okay. And now we've got Tara Mays, Are We Soldiers? This is $20.95. Okay. And we have Travis live at Glastonbury, $19.99. This is 2 LPs for $25.95. I love Travis. They're a Scottish band. They're just
Oh, it's a band?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
guy.
No, this is a really. Oh, you know what? The next one up, The Man Who LP that you've got behind that.
Yeah.
That's also Travis.
That's a good
This
one.
is a great record, you guys. There's a single from that was Why Does It Always Rain on Me? But anyway, Scottish musicianship at its finest. This is a really, really great record. It's $19.95, so that's a bargain.
All right.
Travis, yeah. All
check
right.
it out.
Two Door Cinema Club, False Alarm, $20.95.
Nice. Not sure if it's been a while since they put out an album. Can't say I've heard their name in a while.
Wow. Very kind of almost Devo-esque
Cool
cover there.
yeah.
Mm.
Dig that.
Okay, now I might need Cass to help me with the pronunciation of this. It's XXX Tenacion.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Tentacion.
Okay,
Tentacion.
this
I
is
don't
Members
know.
Only Volume 4. It's a picture disc, and it's 2
that's
LPs, $27.95. Are you not getting picture disc from that?
All right, I
That's what it
think,
says in the notes.
Yeah, it must be. It just doesn't say it on the cover, but
Okay.
pretty cool.
All right. So, anyway, before we get into our Sacred Bones thing, tonight, there's a show? What are you going to?
I'm seeing Machine Girl at Slim's
Oh,
in San Francisco.
Okay. So that'll be fun. I'm going to go see Local Natives and the Middle Kids in Oakland. So we're both having real fun tonight. That's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be great. This weekend, again, we're open. I believe now it actually is 12 to 6 for you local yokels. If you want to come in
right.
here, you don't have to make the 4 o'clock mark anymore. So we'll have it full staff Saturday and Sunday. Cass and I will return on Monday and start preparing for next Friday's list of things for you. So anyway, one of Cass's favorite labels, Sacred Bones, got in touch with us, and we were selected one of 50 stores that are doing this promotion with them. Okay, so this is from Sacred Bones. This is a Plantasia little tree cut out, and as you can see, the little faces are cut out. So they would like you, customers, to come in and have your photos taken with this, and then we're going to post it on social media and send it over to Sacred Bones. It's just like a big thing. It's something fun for everybody to get involved with. So if you kind of come in, let us take your photo, and
Come by, turn into a plant.
yeah, so this is pretty good. And all right, Cass, is there anything else that you wanted to mention before we're out of here?
I don't know. I think that's it.
That's
Just definitely listen to this album and come on in, talk to us about it. We can all listen to it in the store together
We
if you
can.
like. And then you can stick a face
That'll
in
be
here,
fun.
take some pics.
Okay, yeah, we hope you do. It'll be fun, you guys. So other than that, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Just hit that subscribe button down below. And there's next to that, there's a little notification bell, so you get notified via email every time we do an upload on Friday. So yes, share, thumbs up, give us all that stuff so we can keep on going. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.